Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your instructor today and I will discuss the topic propellers. So this is propellers of the ship. So uh, we will describe the various types of propellers and their features. We will describe the mechanism in controlling a fixed pitch propeller and controllable pitch propeller. So we will explain briefly how propellers fit on propeller shaft. We will discuss also the various types of propellers and their features. We will discuss the structure and materials for propellers. We will discuss also, we will describe a highly skew back propeller and its advantages. State the advantages and disadvantages of controllable pitch propeller in comparison with fixed pitch propeller (APP). We will discuss the cavitation of propellers and explain its generating mechanism. We will discuss also the propeller singing and explain its generating mechanism and preventive measures. So as you can see here, the logo here, the background here is this is a ship propeller. So this one here is a rudder and this is a ship propeller. So we have here the introduction. A rotating propeller sucks water into itself and discharges it in well-defined slipstreams immediately behind the propeller. This action results in an increase in the fluid pressure due to rotation of the blades. So this one, rotation of the blades. The effect of this is to increase the velocity of the mass of water in the slipstream. The change of the momentum in this mass provides the propeller thrust. The propeller is turned by the propulsion machinery, so meaning the engine. So types of screw propeller pitch. Generally, screw propeller are of two types: fixed pitch propellers (EPP) and controllable or variable pitch propeller (CPP). So EPP consists of a fixed blades. This means that the position of the blades cannot be changed. On the contrary, CPP can move its blade in a desired position with changing the pitch of the blades. So this is fixed blades. As you can see, this is directly connected to the hub. So this is fixed propellers. And this is CPP, controllable pitch propellers. As you can see here, there is a mechanical joint here, and this is driven by the hydraulic. So this is there is a shaft inside, a linkage to be operated by the hydraulic. So later on, you can see the video, the short uh, uh, GIF file later. So remember the keyword uh, EPP cannot be changed. The blades cannot be changed. And CPP, the movements of its blade changed, can be changed because this is driven by the hydraulic here, and it is not fixed. So next, in EPP, the power generated of the engine and the propulsive forces produced by the propeller cannot be controlled. So this leads to high amount of power wastage and increased stress in the propeller. But in a CPP, all this can be prevented by just changing the pitch of the propeller. So this function, the CPP makes it an integral part of propulsion system of the ship. So hydraulic system to change the pitch of this propeller. A unique aspect of CPP is that the propeller rotates in only one direction. Unlike EPP, thus there is no need of a reverse clutch, which is an integral part of the EPP for producing reverse thrust in case of the ship needs braking or reversing. So EPP, the engine should have a reversing system. So the engine will turn clockwise and counterclockwise. So that is reversing. So we have here right-hand and left-handed propellers. A right-handed propeller rotates clockwise when propelling a vessel forward as viewed from the stern of the ship. A left-handed propeller rotates counterclockwise as viewed from the stern when in a forward propulsion mode. So remember, left-handed propeller will rotate counterclockwise. This one, counterclockwise, and right-handed is clockwise. So remember that keyword. Right and left-handed propellers, when viewing a propeller from astern, the leading edges of the blades will always be farther from you than the trailing edges. So the propeller rotates clockwise and is the right-handed. If the leading edges are on the right, a propeller is handedness is fixed. So a right-handed propeller can never be exchanged with a left-handed. So that is correct. And vice versa. Most single screw vessels have right-handed propellers, clockwise rotating propeller shafts as viewed from astern. So as you can see here, this is right-handed propeller. This one, you see. So as you can see here, the edge, you see, like this. This is right-handed. So the left-handed is going opposite of this one. So as you can see here, this is left-handed, as you can see. So turning counterclockwise, and this is right-handed propeller. So you can immediately recognize. Right and left-handed propellers, single propellers tend to naturally push the vessel to one side when going forward and the opposite side when reverse. So example, a right-handed propeller will push the astern to the starboard side and forward and port when in reverse. Since propellers are not ideally designed for reverse propulsion, this effect is somewhat exaggerated when operating a single screw vessels in reverse. Twin screw vessels have counter-rotating propellers with identical specification. So the port left side propeller is usually left-handed and the right and the starboard right side propeller is usually right-handed. So as you can see here, this is left side or the port side. This is left-handed propeller, and the right side, which is starboard side, this is uh, right-handed propeller. So this is fitted in the Maersk Line container ship. So next, so we have here skewed propellers. So a marine propeller hose blades are in the form of scimitars, typically with the tip of one blade aligning radially with the rod of the following blade is called skewed propeller. So propeller skew is a single most effective design parameter which has significant influence on reducing propeller induced vibration without sacrificing the efficiency. So as you can see, this one is skewed propeller. This is skewed propeller. This one. So next, we have highly skewed propellers advantages and disadvantages. So its disadvantages: reduce interaction between propeller and rudder wake, reduce vibration and noise. Disadvantages: expensive, less efficient when operating in reverse. So this one. This is skewed propeller, highly skewed propeller. So remember this numbering here is the section of the propeller. These are the section of the propeller. This line, this is section. Next, propeller. A propeller has a rotating fan-like structure which is used to propel the ship by using the power generated and transmitted by the main engine of the ship. So the transmitted power is converted from rotational motion to generate a thrust which imparts momentum to the water, so resulting in a force that acts on the ship and pushes it forward. Types of propellers. We have propellers have to be classified on the basis of several factors. The classification of the different types of propellers is shown. So we have here later. So classification by number of blades attached. Propeller blades may be vary from 3 blade to 4 blade propeller and sometimes even 5 blade propeller. However, the most common use is 3 blades and 4 blades propellers. So we have here 3 blade propellers, as you can see. This is blade of the propellers. So these are blade of the propellers. So the manufacturing cost is lower than other types. Are normally made up of aluminum alloy. Gives a good high speed performance. The acceleration is better than other types. The speed handling is not much efficient. So acceleration is better than other types because of only 3 blades. We have 4 blade propellers, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the manufacturing cost is higher than 3 blade propellers, have better strength and durability, gives a good low speed handling and performance, has the better holding power in RAPSes. So 4 blade propeller provides a better fuel economy than other types. So remember that 3 blades, better acceleration. Remember that keywords. And 4 blades, better fuel economy. Remember that keywords. 5 blade propeller. Manufacturing cost is higher of all. Vibration is minimal when all other types. 5 blade propellers have better holding power in RAPSes. So remember, 5 blade, better holding power in RAPSes. That is the keyword. So we have here type of material used. So propellers are made of aluminum and steel or steel, and both have their advantages and disadvantages. So unlike other propeller features, the choice of material is really more a matter of preference. So we have here the aluminum and we have here steel. Propeller for ship propeller renewal. So propeller is the most efficient, significant machinery system of the ship, no matter what type of propeller is it. It is. Ship owners never make compromise on such important equipment as it directly affects the efficiency and safety of vessel. So here we discuss about fix, propeller keyless, propeller renewal. So why is propeller renewed? So there are various reasons for which a ship's propeller can be renewed. Some of the significant reasons are, so propeller is the most significant machinery of the ship. So why is propeller renewed? So there are various reasons. Damage to the propeller, we have dynamically unbalanced. Renewing the existing propeller with a new propeller that is of better material, larger blade area, etc. So this is your propeller and this is your ship. So this is inside the graving duct of the dry dock. So intermediate shaft. So we have here the indicator. So this is jack up this arrangement. So jack up this arrangement. Jack up, hysteresis, jack down, average of jacking up and jacking down. So displacement. So we have dial indicator here to indicate that your propeller shaft is not misaligned or it is uh, still in tolerance or the maker's specification, the alignment. So hydraulic jack, we have jack up test here. So we have load pressure here. So average of jacking up and jacking down. So important points on jack up test. In jack up test, we actually jack up the shaft to get vivid picture of the bearing reaction. On the result need to be corrected. Hence, it is advised to place the hydraulic jack close to the bearing for better accuracy. So in jack up test, we actually jack up test the shaft to get vivid picture. So to verify results, ABS reaction. So American Bureau of Shipping. So this is classification society who will approve the test. So reaction coefficient matrix can be repaired wherein the expected gradient of the average line in the curve is tabulated. So once the jack-up test is done, intermediate bearing cap is removed and then immediately shaft is removed prior to which tail shaft is secured. It is very important to protect the bearing area. Sorry, pad eyes need to be welded. Make sure redundant pad eyes are welded and lifting arrangement are sufficient to take load of the intermediate shaft. Another important thing to note is the location where the intermediate shaft can be secured. Propeller mounting. So on completion is unsatisfaction of propeller bedding, tail shaft and other accessories that are removed and installed back. Then propeller is mounted. This is significant stage and careful attention is paid during the sim. So here we will discuss about the oil injection method for a keyless propeller mounting. So I experienced this job because I had attended in dry dock and I was attending during the installation of the during the mounting of the propeller. So clean the propeller boss and the propeller shaft. I slide the propeller to the propeller shaft and align to match marks. Prior to this step, remember to record the temperature and the propeller boss and propeller shaft. So screw in nut in the pilgrim nut. So this is the procedure, no? So dry fit, actuate the high pressure pump. So high pressure pump is the hydraulic pump. Connecting to the pilgrim nut. So pilgrim nut. Allow the propeller to slide it into a certain distance and set the dial indicator to 0. So the maker always recommends initial load. So wet fit also, then actuate the high pressure pump, connecting the propeller boss. This is your propeller boss. Expansion oil port and simultaneously actuate the nut pressure pump. Raise the pressure gradually until the predetermined post-up length is achieved. Determine, of course, the length of length is high, explained below. So once the required post-up length is achieved, gradually release the pressure of the boss expansion port, and then release the nut pressure. So remove all the connections and plug both propellers. So these are procedures. Boss port and pilgrim nut port. Remember to take shaft jack up test post the installation. Verify the coupling alignment using sag and gap method. So since I experienced this job, so this boss with the propeller. So this propeller is mounted by the use of the high pressure pump or the hydraulic high pressure pump and hydraulic jack. So to post inside, so this is your propeller shaft. So you have to post inside, to mount this propeller by the use of hydraulic pressure. So indicator, dial indicator should be there to measure. So this is your tail shaft. So propeller mounting arrangement. This is propeller mounting arrangement. So we have here the propeller types. Propeller may be divided into the following two many groups. So pitch propeller, APP propeller, controllable pitch propeller, CPP propeller. So pitch propeller, PP propeller, the propeller blades of a pitch propeller have a fixed position. The blades is in fixed, same like this. Fixed propeller are permanently attached to the hub. So this is hub. As a consequence, the direction of the rotation of the propeller has to be changed if the ship is going astern, this is realized with a reversing clutch or a reversible engine. Reversing clutch, and therefore also the fixed propeller is economical in ships up to 100. This is 1,200 kilowatt. So next, we have here the fixed phase propeller and controllable phase propellers. So monobolic with fixed propeller blades, copper alloy, hub with mechanism for control the pitch of the blades hydraulically activated. So as you can see here, this is fixed propeller. See, fixed, and this is CPP. So you can change the pitch. As you can see here, this is zero pitch. When you change the pitch, this turning, you see you have a pitch already. So by the way, pitch is distance traveled of the ship in one revolution of the propeller. So the distance traveled of the ship in one revolution of the propeller. That is pitch. So we have here the diameter of fixed propellers varies between 36 centimeter and 12 meters. So the choice of the fixed propellers or controllable pitch propeller CPP in ships up to 7,000 kilowatt depends on among the other things. The need for the shaft generator and the need for easy maneuvering qualities. So advantages of fixed propellers over controllable pitch propeller are they are less fragile, not easily broken or easily damaged. The propeller does not revolve when building, so it poses less danger to mooring boats, and there is less risk of ropes getting entangled in the propeller because it's not moving. The pitch is fixed, so easy to manufacture, no restriction on blade areas or ships, relatively small hub size. This one. We have also here the disadvantages. In adverse weather, the propeller may turn too heavily, so this can hamper propulsion. So fixed propellers also have limited RPM for maneuvering. So of course, controllable pitch propeller, CPP propeller, the blades of this type of propeller can be turned, thereby changing the propeller pitch. So these propellers are more complicated than fixed pitch propellers. The mechanism that adjusts the propeller pitch is located in the boss. So inside of the propeller, it is activated from the engine room. So remotely controlled from the brakes by a hydraulic cylinder. So it is controlled by hydraulic oil. So the most striking features of the controllable pitch propeller is that it only rotates in one direction, making reversing clutch or the reverse engines absolute. So later on, you can see the short video of this how it works, this CPP. So unlike pitch propeller, so this is pitch propeller, the controllable pitch propeller is an integrated part of the propulsion system. So this makes it possible that power and necessary propulsive forces can still controlled by simply changing the position of the blades. So the position of the blades can be changed manually without loss of propulsive force. So if the hydraulic system fails, the blades can be locked in high position. So if this one is, for example, the engine will suddenly stop, so there is still a pitch. So the chief engineer should put in zero, operate in manual, change manually without loss of propulsive force. Because you cannot start the engine with the pitch is not zero. So I experienced this before. Controllable pitch propeller. Advantages of controllable pitch propeller. It can propel the ship at all speeds, even at very low speed without loss of power. It can change quickly from ahead to astern and vice versa. Improve efficiency on ships without alternating loads like fishing crafts and tugs. It can easily be combined with a shaft generator, and it can stop a ship without a maximum power. So we have also the disadvantages. It is vulnerable system due to the hydraulic components and many sealing rings. So a damaged sealing rings result in oil pollution. If the auxiliary generators provide the shaft generator with energy, it can also use as additional power supply during navigating emergency. So later on, I will show you uh, the short video of that uh, controllable pitch propeller. So we have here propeller specification. So we have line A to B here. Times 2 is the propeller diameter. So in this line, measure this line is the propeller diameter. Multiplied by 2. So uh, line A minus now line A minus B. So here to here times 2 is the propeller diameter. We have here all propellers can be described in basic terms using a set of two numbers. So diameter times hinge times pitch. Hinge a propeller with an 18 inches diameter and 12 inches pitch is described as 18 by 12. So remember, 18 inches diameter and 12 inches pitch is described by 18 by 12. So the diameter of the propeller is in a circle, which the tip of the single blade describes in a complete rotation. It is found by measuring from the center of the propeller boss to the tip of the one blade, and then doubling the result. So this is pitch. So one rotation of the propeller is for this diameter. So this is diameter of the propeller here. See. So from here to there is the diameter of the propeller, which is 18 inches. So one turn, as you can see here, from this original position to there, so one turn is, the pitch is 12 inches. So 12 inches. So one turn of the propeller create a pitch 12 inches. So that is the explanation. Next, how to measure the pitch of the propeller. So pitch is the forward distance. So the forward distance, as you can see, the forward distance. So one turn, it will travel 12 inches. You see, one turn of the propeller. That propeller would theoretically travel in a single rotation. So single rotation is one turn. If there were no slip present, imagine a screw being driven into the piece of wood. The angle at which the propeller blades are set governs the distance traveled. So a fine pitch meaning little angle on the blades. So gives a lesser distance than a coarse pitch, greater blade angle. So remember this slip. Slip is the for example the ship the sea is considering the sea condition is rough sea. So there is a higher pitch because of pushing back the ship. So that is higher slip, the percent slip. So for example, your ship is running 85%, so your slip is 15%. So that is slip percent, percent slip. So what is propeller pitch? A propeller can be defined as follows: a mechanical device formed by two or more blades that spin around the shaft and produces a propelling force in boats or airplanes. So there are several technical terms to define the propeller's characteristics, such as uh, diameter, pitch, dist area, relation, harbor, etc. So all these characteristics are calculated to design the optimal propeller accordingly to specific needs of the customer and the boat characteristics. So in this issue, we are going to define what is the propeller pitch and the importance at the time to select it. So pitch is the displacement a propeller makes in one complete spin 360 or one complete revolution of the propeller 360 degrees. This means that if we have a propeller of 40 pitch, it will advance 40 inches every complete spin or revolution or rotation, as long as it is made in a solid surface. In a liquid environment, the propeller will obviously slide with less displacement. So as you can see here, so we'll read first this one. The pitch concept is not exclusive for propellers. So other mechanical devices like screws also use it. For instance, a screw with 10 mm of pitch will advance 10 mm for every complete turn. So when hit by the screwdriver. So in fact, the screw propeller concept is literally making reference to that. The propeller works exactly like a screw. So as you can see here, so this is your propeller. This is your propeller. So this is pitch. So in original position, this is your shaft, propeller shaft, your tail shaft. So this is 0. For example, this is 0 here, 0. If the propeller pitch is 40, so in one revolution, 40 inches here, 40 inches. In one revolution of this propeller, the ship will move 40 inches in one revolution. So that is pitch. That is pitch. That's it. That is pitch. So the pitch of the propeller divided by its diameter is termed as pitch ratio. For example, a propeller of 20 inches and 2 inches diameter and 20 inches pitch has a pitch ratio of 1:0. So a diameter of 20 and pitch of 15 is a pitch of 1:75, etc. So that is the pitch ratio. We have also here the technical term. So bore, a maximum diameter of the whole board into the boss. Take on the propeller shaft. So this one here, your bore, the whole of your propeller is the bore. Boss is a solid cylinder located at the center of the propeller, which is the propeller blade is attached. Both shapes include the cylindrical, conical, radius, and barrel. So the center of the boss is bored to accommodate the engine propeller shaft. So in America, the boss is called hub. So this is the same. So the outside here, this is the boss. But in the US, the American people, they will call hub. So they will call hub, but that is the same. Boss and hub is the same. So in American term is hub. So this one, remember? This one, this is boss or hub. boss diameter. The diameter should be measured and recorded at each the boss. So the diameter of the boss. So outside diameter here. Boss diameter ratio, the mean diameter of the boss divided the diameter, usually about 0.18 to 0.25. So remember the diameter of the boss here. Here, diameter of the boss, outside diameter, is divided by propeller diameter. So divided by propeller diameter here. So diameter of the boss, outside diameter of the boss, divided by the diameter of the propeller is called boss diameter ratio. Boss length, the distance between the forward and the after pieces of the boss. This one, boss length. From here to there, that is boss length. So we have the nomenclature. So revolution, we have the this one is leading edge. This one is the leading edge. This curve like this here, leading edge, and the opposite side is the trailing edge here. And this is the face, and the other face here, and here the forward is the back, and the astern is the face. The propeller axis, this is the propeller axis. Propeller shaft, this is your propeller shaft, and this is your boss or hub. And this is your propeller bed, and this is boss cap. So that is the nomenclature. So we have also here the pressure side face. So pressure side is the up, the after, and we have the suction side is the back or the forward. So remember the suction side is the forward and the pressure side is the back, because when this is turning, there is a lot of pressure to push the when creating thrust, so the ship is pushed. So remember, pressure side of the propeller is the back, the stern, and the suction side is the forward. We have also here the leading edge. So the edge of the propeller blade adjacent to the forward end of the hub. When viewing the propeller from astern, this edge is farthest away. So the leading edge leads into the flow when providing forward thrust. So this is your leading edge. This is leading edge. This one leading edge. Remember, leading edge is located at the here at the forward, and your trailing edge at backward here. So something like this. Something like this. So your forward is here. So forward is here. So this is leading edge, and your trailing edge is here, somewhere here. So at the up. So your trailing edge at the pressure side, remember at your leading edge at the suction side. So here is the trailing edge and your leading edge here at the forward, the suction side. This one, as you can see. So leading edge, lead meaning more or higher. So the curve, as you can see, the curve. So this is, as you can see, the distance from the boss here is lower from the distance here at the leading edge. Is higher. So that is leading edge. We have also here the trailing edge. So trailing edge, the edge of the propeller adjacent to the upside of the hub when viewing the propeller from the astern. So the edge is closest. The trailing edge retreats from the flow when providing forward thrust. So this is your trailing edge. So we go back to the clear picture. So this is your trailing edge. So this is located here at the pressure side of the propeller, and your leading edge are located in the forward or the suction side, and your trailing edge is located in the stern or pressure side. So this is the one. So sections of your propeller. So these are the sections of your propeller. So sections. You can see here 6 sections. So 6 inches section. So in every section there are 6 inches here. Measurement is 6 inches. So total of 42 inches. 42 inches here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 times 7 is 42. So 42 inches. So that is the 6th section of your propeller. We have also here the rake. Rake is the degree that the blades slant forward or backwards in the relation to the hub. So rake can affect the flow of the water through the propeller and has implications with respect of the boat performance. So up rake helps to trim the bow of the boat upward, which often results unless weighted surface area and therefore higher top end speed. So forward or negative rake helps hold the bow of the boat down. So this is more common in workboat type application. So remember the curve. Remember the rake. The curve. There is the keyword here. The degree of the blades forward, backwards in the hub of the meaning the degree is the curve. You see, as you can see here, the curve of the blade. So between this is with rake and with no rake. So the curve here, the degree curve like this here. As you can see, the curve here in the blade is called rake. It's called rake. Highly skewed propellers. Highly skewed propellers reduce interaction between propeller and rudder wake. So reduce vibration. So this is advantages. Reduce vibration and noise. And we have here the disadvantages. Expensive, less efficient with operating in reverse. So this one, highly skewed propellers. So we have here the advantages of controllable pitch propeller. So among the advantages of controllable pitch propeller, here are the major ones. Higher propulsive. So remember CPP, high propulsive efficiency with a fixed propeller, optimizing speed and bollard pull performance. So better maneuverability because you can change the pitch. So passing from ahead to reverse, of course, smoothly without dead time. Simply through propeller pitch inversion. So you have to invert the pitch. So the very short response time will maintaining full power, ensures higher safety for the ship and crew, and considerably reduces the stopping distance of the vessel. More efficient use for diesel engine, 100% engine power remain available at propeller in the engine station, cruising, trawling, maneuvering, etc. What is more, a CPP allows constant operation of the engine at its nominal speed, thereby reducing significantly the fuel consumption maintenance costs as this way. So advantages of power takeoff, drives fitted to the transmission with a negative engine constant speed, and clutch type PTO can drive pumps, for instance, for onboard machinery, so-called live permanent drives, PTOs, may move alternators. In this way, the power requirement, the cost fuel consumption, and space requirements of three engine can be cut down. So I will give example since you are familiar with the helicopter. So when the helicopter turning its propeller in a fast speed, very fast, but the pitch is zero, the helicopter will not uh, fly upward. Will not fly upward. But if you change the pitch, so why I give this example, because I saw when I was assigned in Qatar before in the offshore, I saw a lot of propeller, a lot of helicopters there. So I saw it is the helicopter's propeller is turning very fast, but the helicopter did not fly or did not go upward because of the pitch, zero pitch. So it's the same principle with the controllable pitch propeller of the vessel of the ship. It's also the same principle. If zero pitch, even the engine is in 100% speed, the ship will not move forward or backward. So that is the pitch. Pitch of the controllable pitch propeller. We have also disadvantages. Greater initial cost, so expensive. Increased complexity and maintenance repairs. So of course this is something complicated. Require what we call a system because it needs additional hydraulic system. So increased stern tube loading due to increased weight of assembly, so because of the hydraulic system. So the stern tube bearing diameter is larger to accept the larger diameter shaft required to allow room for OT tube. So of course, increased complexity and maintenance requirements and expensive. So that is the disadvantages of controllable pitch propeller. So this is the CPP works, as you can see on this GIF video. So as you can see, this is being pushed by the hydraulic, this linkage, and this linkage will rotate the pitch, will what we call the, so if in the center is zero pitch, there the ship will not run, will not move forward or backward. But if the pitch is, for example, here, how many degrees? There is a degrees of pitch. For example, 20 degrees, the pitch will move forward or backward. So this is the working principle or the working process of the controllable pitch propeller. So you can change the pitch, as you can see here. The blade is moving. The blade is moving. So this is turning very fast. But when the pitch is zero in the center position, the ship will not move forward or backward. When the pitch is changing here, for example, 20 to 30 degrees, so the pitch will move forward or backward. So that is the principle. We have here also the propeller cavitation damage. So propeller cavitation damage. So we have here on the left and we have here on the right. So this is aluminum and this is brass. So typical cavitation damage to stainless steel ducted propeller from personal watercraft, right? Close up cavitation damage of marine propeller tip. So cavitation, as you can see. So this one here is the pressure side and the other side is the suction side of the propeller. So if the propeller is running at the, for example, shallow water, the pressure at the suction pressure side is not enough. So it makes bubbles. As you can see on the sea, the propeller, the ship is not loaded, and you can see the rudder. You can see the rudder, and you can see bubbles. You can see bubbles of the at the back of the propeller of the ship, bubbles of the sea. So that bubbles will result in the propeller cavitation damage. This is the result. So that bubbles is not advisable to the propeller. For example, the ship is in ballast condition or not loaded. So a lot of bubbles in the propeller side, bubbles of the seawater. So this will create cavitation damage. So this one is erosion, cavitation damage. This cavitation damage. So that is propeller cavitation damage. Because of the low pressure at the suction side as well as the discharge side or the pressure side. Low pressure of the seawater. So it will create propeller cavitation damage. So we have here, so just cavitation bubbles. See, cavitation bubbles grow when nuclei are convected into regions where the pressure at or below the vapor pressure of the liquid involved. So especially in ballast condition of the ship, cavitation damage occurs when those bubbles are convected out into regions of the higher pressure, so the pressure side, and therefore collapse. So collapsing bubbles. So collapsing bubbles will hit the propeller and then create the propeller cavitation damage. So as you can see here. So collapsing bubbles will hit the propeller. The rate of damage depends on the hardness of the material. So of course, the material. The hardness of the material, how it is material hardness, which from the propeller speed. Even very hard materials are susceptible to cavitation damage. So here, very hard material is stainless. Also damaged, you see. To stainless steel. So marine personal watercraft propeller. So it provides good example of a typical cavitation damage. Note the text. The extensive surface damage at the middle chord near the propeller tip. Note also crystalline appearance of the damage that is so typical of the surface. Fatigue failure which cavitation causes. The damage is the result of the collapse of the tip's vortex originating at the sharp corner where the propeller leading edge meets the propeller tip. So when that corner is rounded off, the vortex is less intense and the damage is reduced. So figure 1, so there, figure 1, left. So also shows similar but lesser damage at the root, due to the root vortex in the junction of the blade and the hub. So here. Figure 1, right? So here. Provides an example with more extensive damage to the tip of a bronze propeller. So this is bronze propeller. This example clearly shows how the performance and structural integrity of the propeller may be impaired by the cavitation. So remember, this is cavitation damage due to collapsing bubbles of the seawater. So we have also here the propeller singing. So what is propeller singing? Why the propeller sing? So propeller singing is a phenomenon. Propeller singing phenomenon is defined as the resonance between the natural frequency of the propeller blade tip and the vortex shedding frequency at trailing edge of the blade. So propeller singing phenomenon as a result of the above resonance of the propeller blade tip creates a very intensive levels of radiated noise. So this is noise of the propeller. In general, this singing phenomenon occurs when the frequency of the response related to the vibratory. So result of the vibration. So vibratory amplitude of the blade coincides with vortex shedding frequencies of trailing edge of some blade section. So when you heard noise from the propeller when you are on board the ship, that is called propeller singing. Propeller singing. Propeller singing phenomenon is defined as, is this the same, no? Same here. So we'll continue here. It is not unusual for same propellers in service to produce a periodic tonal noise that can be heard in the steering gear room. So you heard the steering gear room. The stern tube area, engine room, or even in the accommodation. So the singing noise can take a variety of forms, ranging from a deep sound grunting noise to a high-pitched noise. The phenomenon, rather than being anything particularly harmful, is a matter of annoyance to the human ear, and it has a negative effect on a comfort live on board operating vessel. So when you hear a propeller noise at the engine room, at the steering gear room, outside of the ship also you can hear, on the bridge you can hear, that is called propeller singing or propeller noise. So here a case study is presented when an annoying noise was reported by a bulk carrier engineers in the engine room and steering gear room area. Audio files recording by screw at the propeller location, stern tube area, steering gear room, emergency fire room was sent for assessment. So here is the sound. Natural location with the best audio quality in form of signal to noise ratio was identified, and ship was requested to repeat the recordings from that location. The emergency fire room in a different, well separated shaft speeds, 65 RPM, 75 RPM, and 85 RPM. So our plan was to analyze the audio signals and to investigate if that noise was at a constant frequency. So through the shaft wide speed range, or it is frequency which are affected by shaft speed constantly. Constant frequency in most cases is related to the resonance condition, and in that case, that most usual cause of that for that is the resonance between the local natural frequency of the propeller blade up and the Kármán vortices generated around the trailing edge of the blade. Singing propeller phenomenon. So trailing edge, remember, it happens in the trailing edge. So the trailing edge is located at the pressure side of the propeller here. So pressure side. This is pressure side of the propeller here. And here is the suction side of the propeller, which is leading edge. So leading is forward. So the audio files that the same, so this is a case study. At the same day was recorded by crew and sent for analysis at FNT. So we filter the background noise of the audio files in order to improve the signal to noise ratio, and we analyze them based on the power spectral density PSD of each recording. So here. So based on the analysis, we found that the above frequency was constant in the three measurements. So 800 Hertz. So the most probable cause of existing of that frequency is singing. So propeller noise. Singing propeller phenomenon. In order to verify the above, a measurement of the propeller blade's natural frequency has to be performed in dry docking. So in dry docking, remember, or a mathematical model to be used to estimate it through Strouhal number of water kinematic viscosity. So as you can see here, this is the propeller noise power spectral density. So we have here the audio signals we recorded at emergency fire pump room at three different shaft speed 65, 75, and 85 RPM. So all three signals have characteristic high frequency component at 800 Hertz. So here. So for example, this is the frequency is going up, you see, from lower to higher, up to 100 to 800 Hertz. So we have blow at 65 RPM here, at 75 RPM read, at 85 RPM green. So red, you see red is higher frequency at 800, and green is little bit lower, and blue is lower, 65%. So that is the result of the test. So we have also here the overview. So we will, based on the test of the case study, how we will prevent this. So we'll read this overview. Some propellers in service produce in a high-pitched noise, often referred to as singing. So this sound typically is clear harmonic tone, much like that of ringing wind glass. So other sounds which have been attributed to singing have been characterized as grunting or soughing. Or these sounds are most likely different in nature than ringing tone considered here. So I experienced grunting noise when I was on board the ship. So more of the annoyance than anything harmful. The causes of the singing are not completely understood. So this report will try to introduce what is, in our opinion, is likely cause of singing, as well as to offer some guidance regarding ways to eliminate this from propeller. So we have here fluid circulation and vortex shedding. Have you ever been driving the automobile under vertical radio? Antenna begins to vibrate and produces a sound. So if so, the tone you heard was caused by the wave fluid. Here in this case, will circulate around the rod and set up alternating eddies. The pitch of the tone is frequency of that alternating vortices. So here, as you can see here, flow around the cylinder. And here, symmetrical flow. So it's flow. flow around the cylinder, and this symmetrical flow, unbalanced flow and forces. So we have flow here and here. So this is vortices, and this is flow, this is vortices. Alternating eddies and forces. So it alternates. So this is flow and this is vortices. Now, we consider that accompanying graphics with illustrate the development of tone. Fluid flow starts at the core around the body. So here, A, and vortices created behind body B. So this one, vortices. And in a asymmetry in the flow direction in the shape of the body will cause the separating vortices to set up sequential eddies. So the force of the unbalanced vortex on the body will impart a sideways force on the partner, promoting flow and shapes asymmetry and development of alternating vortices. C here. Finally, a well-behaved system of alternating eddies and forces is established, resulting in audible tone of singing that we hear D. So here. So finally, a well-behaved. So well-behaved system alternating eddies and forces is established. So well-behaved. As you can see here, it alternate the flow of water, alternate. So that alternating flow of water will cause resulting in the audible tone of singing that we hear D. So the propeller trailing edge is, as the singing body, the basis of using this model for propeller singing is that a rounded trailing edge corresponds to the circular body and equivalent cylinder of sorts. This is rated in A. So the trailing edge, blade trailing edge rounded. So you have to round the trailing edge. You have to make it rounded. So here's the this trailing edge here. You make it rounded to reduce that singing. Make it rounded, trailing edge. So this is the calculation. So no need to study this. We are not designing the propeller. So this is only reference. So mitigation of singing. So how to mitigate or how to eliminate or how to control. So this relation also tells us that singing is a function of the propeller diameter and RPM, both speed and trailing edge size. So in reducing or mitigating or eliminating this singing of the propeller, we have to consider the diameter, design of and the RPM of the propeller, and the boat speed, the speed of the ship, and the trailing edge size, the thickness, trailing edge size of the propeller, and the roundness. So we have to consider that one. And we cannot do much about diameter, RPM, or speed, but we can modify the edge geometry. So trailing edge can modify. This has been the strategy for all efforts to eliminate singing. So most of the professionals and others are familiar with the anti-singing edge. So comparing. So remember comparing of the trailing edge typically on the suction side. So suction side. The forward side. The intent of this shape is to avoid the creation of the curving flow eddies by cleaning, separating the flow of the blade. So the following graphic illustration desired geometry of the anti-singing edge where points of the flow separations are spaced both in the thickness and the flow strength position of the position. So under 1957. So So here the comparing of the suction side, so the forward side, to mitigate the what we call the propeller singing. So this is the end of the discussion. So for this topic, so don't forget to subscribe my video. Click subscribe, click like and share, and write a notification. Write a comment down below. And